Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing? My name is Grace. I film on faith, positive living and inspiration for everyday life. If you love this kind of content, do stick around and let's evolve together. Let's do this together. Okay? So it's story time today. I'm telling a story about how my wedding went and how we can relate it to our lives and know that no matter how bad things are for us in the present, there will always be light at the end of the tunnel. That popular thing. Like every wedding event, a lot of things happen prior to the main day, and I wouldn't be focusing more on that. I'll give bits and pieces about what happened backstage before the main day, but I'm focusing on the main day. So we decided, oh, we want to get married after a while. This is about 6 years. Yeah, 6 years ago, barely 6 years ago. We decided, oh, we want to get married. We are ready to settle down and all that good stuff. So at the time, my husband and I, then my boyfriend or fiance, and I knew someone. We knew someone who was into events, who had also started. And also at the time, the wedding scene in Ghana was still budding. The industry was still growing. It wasn't as big and huge as it is now. 4 years ago, I'm sure there's been a lot of great changes. So at the time, you'll find a lot, but it wasn't up to today's standards. Yeah. And so we knew someone and we said, oh, we want to go. It was a good friend of ours. We said, oh, we want to go with our good friend. So we spoke to this good friend of ours, made him aware of what we wanted, our style, our theme, our colors, all that good stuff. We went ahead to even visit the venues with them. We visited the venues with them, went to the reception venue, the church grounds, and then the family house, my family house, where we're going to have the traditional marriage. And so we've done all that, visited all the venues, and we know what we want to do. And the team is actually promising that they'll give us the music, they'll give us MC, they'll take care of food. I think they mentioned that they'll take care of food, the decor for the car, decor for the reception, and all the other venues. My bridal bouquet, the boutonnieres for the men. I mean, the entire wedding was going to be on them. Fair enough, they're giving us an amount, a code that we have to pay and all that. So I think we made some form of part payments, spending the next one, and I think that will be right before the main event. Okay, so we even went ahead to make the full payment because I think they called back to say that we should just make the payment. Yeah, so they needed the money to sort out one or two things. You know how these planners and vendors can be. So we agreed to that and then do the full payment. We actually do the full payment. So we are all ready. ready for our big day. We did it in two different dates. So I think we did the first traditional marriage and then we did the wedding 2 days or a day after. I can't even quite remember. But that was it. We are ready, all set to get wedded, all set to have our beautiful wedding. And the D-Day happens. On the D-Day, I did my bit. I made sure to have my makeup artist, because of how some makeup artists too can be. I made sure to have her sleep in my hotel so that when we wake up now, fast, I was an early bride, you guys. I was an early bride. I was sharp. I think I even called the church that I'm coming. They told me to wait. My friends can attest to this. I called the church that, hey, I'm ready. And they told me that, hey, relax, you two won't marry. So that was it. I made sure that I had all my girls and every other thing ready for the morning. I didn't want any form of lateness. I can't work under pressure. So I'm not too good when it comes to being forced and working under pressure. So I made sure to get ready. All my things, at the time, my grandma and her church people, all the people who were relevant to that morning came. You know, they'll pray for you, all that good stuff. Huh? The first atrocity. My bridal gown got torn. The zip opened. The entire back of the dress just tore apart. Beautiful people, the wedding gown got torn. The zip got ripped off. I'm saying it and laughing now, but it was scary. It was actually pretty scary. And so we had no choice. The lady who was doing my hair, the hairstylist, had to use her needle and thread to just, even that they couldn't get a bigger needle, you know, for some of these works I think you need a bigger needle or something. So she had to, it was very early morning, you know, like I said, I made everyone stay with me, so it was very early in the morning, so they had to rush to her salon, which was also close by, to go and get the bigger needle and thread or something to come and stitch the zip together. That means that today, no PP, no nothing for me. Already weddings do not allow you to have that luxury. And then now they are sewing the zip. So they had to just sew. My beautiful people, it was just such a sad moment. But we got over that. They stitched it all fully and told me I should relax, it won't tear again, it will be fine. And we were even still on time. And we went to the wedding, the church, the wedding venue. I didn't want to read meaning into anything, but that thing that happened should have actually made me aware that it was going to be a long day. Because at the time that the team had promised that they will bring their bridal bouquet delayed, the time that they said they will bring it delayed, the boutonnieres delayed, the bridal bouquet delayed, and there was someone supposed to come fix the car with the decor. The person delayed. The person didn't even show up at all. So it means that the car had no decor. The poppy thing that they'll put ribbon work they'll do on the cars. None of our cars had that. So I just said, you know what, let's let that go. Let's forgo that and go to the church. We go to the church. We park in front of the church. I'm ready to get out and and I hear some of my friends, not giggling, but talking petite talks here and there, that the place is not ready. The wedding room where we are going to have the wedding, the church room that he has to do some form of decor, was not ready. All the ideas and things that we spoke of, we planned of, had not been done. So guess what? We have to do it just as it is. So the chairs, the 4 chairs, because then it was me. I used just my maid of honor, my friend. So it was just me, the maid of honor, and my husband and his best man. So the 4 chairs were just placed there. You know, ideally there was supposed to be some form of arc or something. There was supposed to be some form of decor in the room that he had to do, but it wasn't done. And even if it was done, I think it wasn't completed. Something like that. I say, what is happening? So we just decided to walk, went inside, and had the wedding. The whole wedding event went smooth. All my pastors came, all our pastors came, gave us a beautiful blessing, and then we enjoyed. A number of my friends came, a number of his friends' family. It was just a beautiful time. We had the word, we did all our signing and all that good stuff, and then we had to move quickly to the reception grounds. If you are familiar with Ghanaian weddings, you know from the church there will be an announcement that, oh, this and this is what is going to happen after here. You have to move, you have to move to this side to have the. I'm just laughing. You have to move to the reception venue to have the reception and all that. So I think they made a announcement. They made the announcement, gave the location, gave directions where. I think there was something organized. I can't really remember, but something organized to take people there and all that good stuff. People start getting to the venue. The venue is not ready. Reception reception area is not ready. They are still now arranging chairs and tables, still now packing plates. The place was not ready. The place is not ready. So it means that everyone has to just grab a chair and sit. And the few tables and chairs they had labeled and maybe put, you know, they will arrange and say family, where the bride will sit, the high table, where the bride's family, and where they had just that small area they had done. Then it means that people can sit there. But other than that, you just grab a chair and sit with no table. Okay. That's good. We'll make do with that. Thankfully, we took the food from their care. We took the food from the event planner and his team's care because I don't know what happened because we sort of knew another person, had another person that could do equally good food for us. So we took that one out of his care. But then every other thing for the reception was still going to be taken care of by the event house, the event planner and their team. And so it's time, immediately there has to be some form of entertainment or somebody to chair the whole event, what they call the MC, have to come and take over the ceremony. And the MC they promised is also not ready. Thank God for good friends. I thank God for my friends. I thank God for good friends because then one of my very bold, popular friend just stepped in. My friend just stepped in to help. I'm sure she realized that there was just what is happening. I think she came to ask us or something that what is happening, what was going to happen after here, because then everybody has started coming from the church and we come here and what's happening? The show has to keep going. So she stepped in. I thank God for her life. I thank God for that thing she did without having to be asked. She just stepped in and took everything away. And I think as time went on later, the MC, the event house promised will come, but came late, obviously. So at the time, my friend had taken over, gotten the program lineup, and then made some nice introductions here and there just to engage the audience. But then people had no tables. A lot of people actually had no tables and they were seated just on the chair, still waiting for this event planner, event house to show up with more tables. Maybe they'll bring it today. And so the program continued. The program continued. We're hoping that everything will be well. Now there were no plates. There were no enough plates. We cannot find them. There were just basic other things, coolants for drinks, storage for this. We're just looking everywhere for everything. And I was worried. I just kept being assured by my husband and everyone who was now getting to know what was happening. I think my grandparents, my friends, and the team that helped me organize and plan were all worried, but they kept assuring me that everything will be fine. So I think I was getting teary. By this time, I was like, I'm already wearing a dress I cannot pee from. I'm already so hooked. What is happening? What are all these things going on for? And then we enjoyed ourselves. The program went on thanks to my friends. There was good food and there was some music. And essentially, I think once you have good food and music, it will make up for all the things, all the wrong, supposedly wrong things that can happen, that will happen. Okay, so then we move ahead and enjoy the program. Still with no show from the event house. We are doing everything by ourselves. We sent forth for them to get some plastic plates to serve so that everybody gets plastic plates so that everybody gets food to eat. But people enjoy the food. Later on the feedback, people enjoy the food and then the music. So that was it for that. Fast forward, our wedding gets sit without a table and eat on plastic plates. They still enjoy themselves, thankfully. I hope they really did. 6 years down, I hope they really did. Thanks to everyone. And fast forward, everything is fine now. We end all presents and give the ceremony closes. And so new bride and groom have to go home. We have to go home. My husband has to go drive his car, so we go home. And then I think we slept in the hotel, so we have to go home, pick our things, and then go to the hotel. My husband can't find his car. Where's my husband's car? He can't find the car. And the car has been taken by the event house to do rounds. They were using it for rounds. Ha! So the car is nowhere to be found. And it's not even about the car, because I think I had a car too. So it wasn't even about the car, but the keys to our room, the keys to the house, keys to the room were in the car. So at all costs, by all means, we need that car. We need to find and get into that car to pick our keys. It was nearly wet. It was getting dark. It was late. Now everybody is done with you. You've enjoyed your food and your music. You've enjoyed your food on plastic plates. Now we are gone. It's left with us. Everybody is gone. It's left with us. We have to get to our room, pick our things, and start our journey as newlyweds. And we can't find our keys. We can't find our keys. Isn't this sad? We can't find our keys. We can't find the car. We can't find the event team. We can't find anybody to ask any questions. And so we start going and asking and calling anybody we know who knows them. We even try to go to their house. We get heads up to go to their house. We go look for them. Still to no avail. We just can't find them. So you guess right, if you are guessing at all, we had to get a carpenter that's faithful Saturday evening to come break our door. To come break our door so we are able to go inside, pick a change of clothes, and get my wedding gown ripped so I can change and then have something better to wear and then go to the hotel to enjoy ourselves as newlyweds, I guess. And so that was it. So sad. We had to get a carpenter to break in, to break our door so we can get into the room. So sad. Thinking about it now, it was a lot. we had no choice. So we didn't find him. No, we didn't find him. We didn't get a call whatsoever, and we just break the door, get our things, move to the hotel to wait for the next Sunday. I think, yeah, I got the things from my Sunday outfits and everything I got from their room, so we were able to dress up for the even that I'm sure maybe it was inside the hotel for the Sunday dress. It was inside for the hotel in the hotel because we booked the hotel for that period of I think Friday to Sunday, yeah. So that was it. And Sunday we had a church service. Still no news. Still we haven't heard from this event people and their team. It was just sad, such a sad time. So I think after church, we come back to see the car parked at the hotel. No explanation, nothing of the sort. It's just mind blowing and baffling. So we just get the car parked, and then I think later my husband will get a call saying they are sorry and that they zoomed out or something. Some very, very flimsy excuse. Even if it's not flimsy, there's just no reason that can make up for all these mistakes. This story, I'm sure I'm not telling it in its large full capacity. My friends will attest to this. I've not been able to tell it in it, but then you get the whole vibe. You get where I'm headed to with this story. And so they just apologize and say they are sorry, they were stressed out, some very flimsy excuse. And like I'm saying, even if it wasn't flimsy, it just couldn't make up for all that we had been through for that day. And yeah, it was unfortunate, but that was it. I'm sharing this story to encourage you one way or the other. Sometimes in life, things can begin to go some way. Circumstances that we can't comprehend, situations that we can't understand, things can go so intense, things can just turn around some way, somehow, and you'll be wondering what is going on, what is happening. Things that sometimes you plan for. Other people who plan, like myself, who likes to plan, but things can go south, things can turn the way you didn't expect. And in all that, you have to always believe that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. Personally, I don't remember believing that much 6 years ago if I knew there would be a light at the end of the tunnel, but eventually there was light at the end of the tunnel. I'm happily married now. It's been 6 years and I'm okay, I'm fine. When I think about it, I laugh. It was bold and huge then, but now when I think about it, I just laugh. And I mean, it was sad then, but now it's one of those things, one of those experiences that God probably would want you to experience, so that maybe someday I share my story. But sometimes things happen, you don't know why they happen, and you shouldn't lose hope. Don't give up, don't get discouraged. And even if you get discouraged, pick yourself back up, work on it, work on yourself, and move ahead. Things won't remain the same forever. Things will get better. Circumstances will change. You won't be where you are all the time. Okay, so this is my bad day wedding disaster story. Simple short story is just to encourage you one way or the other to stay positive, to stay encouraged that circumstances and things that happen to us on a daily won't continue to happen. Things will get better. God is for us and He will continue to come through for us. Like He came through for me long after my bad, disastrous wedding day. And now I don't even I don't even think about it and get sad anymore. All right. So basically that is it. I'm hoping you enjoyed my little story time. I'm hoping you are encouraged. I'm hoping you will be encouraged to know that the things that are happening to you one way or the other won't continue to be like that. Things will get better. Okay. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you would have done if you were in my shoes about 6 years ago. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it was you that these things happened to at your wedding. What would you have done? And you can also share what happened to you at your wedding that was also very disastrous, like mine. You can share it in the comments so we all read and laugh about it. Okay, like this video, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Let's evolve together. Bye bye.